106.3 FM Sunene Jordan. Welcome for us had ya Jay Bio and Inti Aseda as you sap a kind in the Adenam and some way as I want to pay the Asian crown in the tour was saying in the Adenam as of funny man. Obidum be Kwaku Edu Kumimene.
I share with Tim Nana Ketchum Pomasa for do.
And some I didn't the Edma be and a Sagan Penny and out down Kwaku for what the summer to da was so party with you and Yabia now come on to December dear while Paul Bedro could be a wabba herself. Ye baby o mayimu
COVID-19 what I say amanimu so and not to say man peniche and sefo fra abanum ye obetumi aye wadi obetumi aye na mom say receptions and answer refreshment dia lalai
ye Friday ani betwemu ewo awutu breku ene ne potamu ana ne ekopiem wo ha wa manfo bi bu afu say tam enkanka akrampa wa mosi abekunkum mo nkraman na ne omno empanyufo mo yes anu be chia yam
Emrese bedwam committee a wo mo ehwe foreign affairs so pani a wada no chesa na no okuje to black ansem mi ode tutu dwa edifa ensem ankoyie kra
ensem bi ka we ho ene yede na mado malaki o wonunum bi a 3D betu ase de ama o se aka cha odada se 3D afi bi ekum nipa opipim ye nu 2 million na so dependable eba for the nubrani no tan ama ene nua hini wo maka bom kana titidudo no abefo kwaso no ma yede agutuom se nunum bi se de be ya obetwanya hoden no ade ho de afri a 3D ho to bobi Adom na chato ne kene moja dura wono no ma wo moja so ate be mo ma se be moja ni be dia furusa na akoma na tumi aboye Adom na chairman capsules na Mr. ye memma duro wonim dada se gadidim gadam na ne no dolly ye pele wo mpam a enya agro lady kai capsules wo ba ene be siesie wo no ayi wo ba sima obu sa ate ya oni nyina da betumi atwam eko bank so se be se modwo fo mo de som Ghana de hye brai na ba je wo de abedma bedum Ghana no na ntini e bo mo sambrane se de Pan African Bank gwal so de fangopa na abode e wo maka good energy with the good shame about roofing bia the free engine na fei wo ba so tanwe na chese we na wo sene na DBS at the Color Link Plus and chance ya mansa nyina da adia tumu na ne wo mafa wo si dan wona wo si Resabia hostels any ade nyina wo bia nim say na the border so ya afebo any ntini ma 20 years warranty ne bo ne hra so say hwi enti ye bo ba ko ne de ma wo se fakum no ma mienu sa nyima ko ne kuta yasene ma no pai obidum bi kwaku adu kumemene
Acham tentim nana Ketchum Pomasa for do
Chai wo Facebook YouTube and TikTok bagrodi share yatina ba wo 5 ada rumenti ye ginam se gramwa ye sha se de agano mampanyini wachi ma PSC na ne obofo kase o manga na nyina da edina yawo adudu dadu na na dodan kwakufu ado na kache ne ye sha se de free wo panyini ya begina simpie ne apaso woni Ghana de sha twetwe nkomo fellow Ghanaians a ni nyina fa COVID-19 ko aye so ba bia ya pema beduru ne ba bia ye de ni chekwa be fa so a ye betimi abubu na pre na ama medokro Ghana de sha me no so ankofa asem foforo amfama panyine ne kasa no wotirim se de wo ha COVID-19 no wa ma ne homne so dindindindinde e wo mayimu eni nti wono so na adwene se na ni wapa obedwakuo bi a Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng wono na da no na wo mode wo mobeye eni se nimdi anyankrompon de adom won eni Ghana de shep no waka wotirim pa na vaccines empane ya de wa ya de kutia COVID-19 ho akwa atwe e wo wiase afa na nyina da no Ghana yenya ye de.
The global shortage of vaccines means that we must develop our capacity to produce our own vaccines domestically and reduce our dependence on foreign supplies. We must be self-sufficient in this regard in the future and prepare ourselves better to deal with any such occurrences in the future. To this end, the committee I established under the leadership of the world-renowned Ghanaian scientist, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, to investigate Ghana's potential as a vaccine manufacturing hub to meet national and regional needs, has presented its preliminary report, which, amongst others, recommends the establishment of a National Vaccine Institute to spearhead this development. Government is committed to inject seed funding of some 25 million United States dollars this year into this whole enterprise. The Institute will be charged with delivering 6 clear mandates. 1, establishing local vaccine manufacturing plants. 2, deepening research and development for vaccines in Ghana. 3, upgrading and strengthening the FDA. 4, forging bilateral and multilateral partnerships for vaccine manufacturing in various areas, such as funding, clinical trials, technology transfer, licensing, and assignment of intellectual property rights. 5, building the human resource base for vaccine discovery, development, and manufacture.
Ghana mampanyi na Nado Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne ne ekwetie no panyini se wanam no wate se Ghana fo bisai na vaccines ne da ben na foforo beba ebi mu se ne yanya nwa obi o e na akwaye fast ne fa essence se ebi ma wo bi ebi ma wo baako ebi ma wo mienu obi wo so ahwe baako kura anya de watumi awo bie mampanyini so obi ankara koma toniyam super na kokode num so se de tribia wawe abo nyinam so edisi akantam se Ghana de chia e wo so omunya pane ni bi wo bia no wo mo bewo.
Indications are that in the course of this quarter of the year, the availability of vaccines for our country will ramp up. Government is therefore standing by its commitment to vaccinate 20 million Ghanaians, entire adult population, by the end of this year, in spite of the huge global demand for vaccines by countries and the surge in infections the world over. We're expecting through the COVAX facility and the African Union 1,229,670 doses of the Pfizer vaccines from the government of the United States of America and 249,000 AstraZeneca vaccines from the government of the United Kingdom. Government is also in the process of procuring 17 million Johnson & Johnson single doses per person vaccines through the African Medium Supply Platform in this quarter. We have as such upgraded our national, regional and district cold chain facilities in order to widen our access to vaccines like Pfizer and Moderna that require minus 70 degrees Celsius cold chains.
Eni ayekutie ye Ghana mampanyi Nana Adom Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Na fellow Ghanaians wakasa ya no de batu dwa e kire mu se yade no wasama ni musu den wo COVID-19 wase de abai kura detai wano kura na se wo hadwen kase ama se de wo si kro ni sesei no smasi asaba ye wo hyebiem ye hyiaw ne nhyawo a asamato no smasi wo chese se de data no kura de nani aden na wo pagya no sa no smasi u benya kamaso me no miensa efrisa kasemu ena sa eya yade no wotumi spread ye na no ode atodwa se sie ya kan die sa wo ya Ghana ni ne so de sie bi wo a eyi obetumi aye nanso refreshment ebi mam wase enya eyi enso so a aware enso so mbetumi age moje aware no wi a eno so refreshment ebi mam efrisa wase e ho no ena nipa dodo no kodwa tarimu ene weyi fam we no weyi kasa ne tete so egu ya ho so ne afefe ya no eno aka ho ene yare no ekodanim no na mampani se ye kasai say o man yeah active case 4,521 ye nipa 821 and afemu ewo na no eno de atodwa che bebia ye keka credit na wo che wodo a edi anim empanimfo ba mu mani abre papa ese no smas ne ye be se ye sia ne se bi nse wo a ene danta wasene mu ma.
As of Friday 23rd July 2021, the Ghana Health Service is now reporting that our total number of active cases stands at 4,521. Our daily infection rate for the past week is 350 cases. And sadly, 40 more people have died from COVID-19 over the last 10 weeks, bringing the cumulative number of deaths to 823 deaths since the onset of the pandemic. Greater Accra and Greater Kumasi metropolitan areas remain the hotspots of infections. This entire development is very alarming. Fellow Ghanaians, it is obvious from the data that we've let our guard down, with many going about their daily duties in clear breach of and disregard for the protocols. We cannot afford to return to the days of partial lockdowns. It is extremely troubling to note that the high compliance rate with mask wearing has fallen alarmingly. The wearing of masks in public places, fellow Ghanaians, continues to be mandatory. And now Chimian in Temni, Yariano, Asani Amman Husubium. And I'm say, indeed, Shayana so. Titru, ye jai mask no she. Miss Ramo, if she say I a fa mask no. Moon diso. So free fear, she mask no. And no, and a bad boy who buy.
Fellow Ghanaians no here broni okachi odru ba bi na saso onu ankasa de ba ne diem na manfo timi ate na se yie eno asan de asisu dua sem se de wosre amanfo no smas no monhye efri se yare no kwa ekoso nyina kire se ase ye jejja ye ho ya dwene mu koye ye sem yare no ya pampam no ama no konsuanti sa ente se wo ye busua bi na sa wo ye yie anase wo ye ayefusi a wosre eno de obetumi aye na wo wi a ensan ni nipa nkobo name as a ham wedding refreshment funeral refreshment was here no de tinton tan yetwam.
The COVID-19 task force, which I chair, has recommended that a second look be taken at the protocols that have been put in place for social and public gatherings, in particular weddings and funerals across the country. I have in previous updates emphasized the need for the strict observance of safety protocols at all such gatherings. To ensure that such gatherings do not become the sources of infections, the following must be adhered to by all at these gatherings. Firstly, the wearing of masks continues to be mandatory, and persons must respect the enhanced hygiene protocols. Secondly, all such events must be held in open-air spaces. Thirdly, the duration of such events is limited to 2 hours. Fourthly, there must be observance of the 1 meter social distancing rule. And fifthly, handshakes must be avoided. Furthermore, given that people sitting together to eat, drink, laugh, dance, and talk in large gatherings without masks are the riskiest activities for spreading the virus, all post-event receptions, particularly related to weddings and funerals, are banned. I want to reiterate the protocols surrounding activities in churches and mosques remain the same as our protocols in schools. Mask wearing in commercial vehicles and in marketplaces continue to be mandatory.
What a fellow Ghanaians was say a fadia, a sudden and near 2 hours in a binum to boom, a call for no, a cyber beam, say a year, 2 hours, and I so 2 hours, and I don't hear me, I don't hear me, I don't hear me, no, Ubusua, Sambato.
Adom 106.3 kasi eboni eguso aye kenka edma no yenko ye ma wutu breku e wona yeko wo fifi mantamu ekura ye friends e wutu akrampa na ne omafo ho obuofu pa wo beka ya enrada enwumre no siabrem kasi eboni ye de tu manim sai ye sembrante kwa ba se duonum kutatuo ebi kuta ma ebi kuta nsekan ne ande a just ye nhya wo ye kraman ya wo boa e hona na chese ye si wabo no atina nanu mo se do makunkum kraman ye wo kromo nyina ne ye se twro ni kofi aje ko bisamu na nanu matakunwa e de beto monten se eya amamre ne amane ekromo nankasankasa no krama ye chiwade esa se ekromo bosoma wodan no eye kraman enintri wo maka abokokko ene wo mafo atena se etu omfo se nkrama ye omde abampotem wo na eye chiwade enti wo muntwa so otom enso ma ye madwene se wo muntie no matre ene nam so ntia empanyifo tu sa na mo na wokokunkum nkrama na so mafo se wakoma nto wo yam se sa na nanano mo kade a ne wo munyina ye esa so mo no wo be chia yam e de esi ado anwoma so magana de hye ohu so
Oma bomadi and the second one to show more good tank him. I want to say bomb to sell Consia. In the sun and the pound soon edge on Mamba Kunku and Nako for Rama Buania Braha. Muboraston Mupiacianum. I'm going to feel a meteor, my Daniel. Almost almost yin Kramaya Kunkumum. On my mamma Lebinti. And to me come out here. Now, Jimmy and Nunio, and I Robert Sabay Monsieur. Kramena, a Tonicana and Yaminti, me de two uncome. Now, so no mother could come. I'm a paying in penny for. Say, a cry. Yes, Suro, and near Manketua. Menkura, me couldn't come home. And never Manketua, Moncabi mine, near Mobo.
Kokaswa ana mi sister frɛ me o frɛ me a wɔse me mbra fie na asɛm asi fie me se di asɛm a wɔse wo me mehwɛ sɛ amanfo afa etuo ne sekan aya omudi aguka mu ma nti me wɔn na me sa dan ɛyɛ awutu breku ahemfo ne sɛ ɔmo se ɔmo kyiri kaman ɛwɔ kurom a eni ti na ɔmo so yɛrɛ ɔmo ba yɛ fie so be kunya kaman to ɔmo ba me fie no me de konya me no ɔmo anya me kaman kunu nti me sira aban panifo na akufo ado ba mea said the almost say and there almost 2 and second and you go a mudi a chino. You who a combi a sea break up to break ma. I am another day, a muffer a 2 and second, or move around a month for fear, a cuckoo a month for second, yes, and a kufado.
Namano Kamaka Sepa. In fact, Kamamokun Amy Yabri because Yahana comfort at that time. Bear 1 week in all we try me net. Be 1 year ni na me won krama 7 omukum krama ni nyina after krama no wuye no machine a me de adwuma 35 minutes that time omaba fa machine de ko eni se ne na mo sori na mo ban so ni asekan na atuo nimpa na mo ba so more than 50 na mo kita car na mmere mu wo fie na se betu ahye so sekan ni atuo ekitekite nimpa yankɔ de sanye mu enti sampem so ye ka sei aba inye hu bibi maye se obobo ya hu ban na so mbe yin kamera fi we are okay but won mo ya hu ban na wo yin kamera fi ne tina ha na akonfoma tata ya de a ene ye sere mo dawroma mo aboaye
ene ye kwoti ye yo mafo bi a omo awutu breku ene ne mpotem enkanka akrampa na ate so omo ha omo de atodwa no na koba ne sa no nananum atankonwa panyina wo no ene gina wanamu a wokasa de ma omo ye Nai Rahman Yodu wo panyini kiremu a wo se nananum nya se omo tem de ase abra no omo ma omo kra so wo mo da wa no omo te kokoko wo mo ko bi epuno na chese akwai nananum abosomfo eti abosum na wo empotem won na se nkrama na etete wo mo enkrama na ebusudie edi tu omo konom kokunkum omo ne se ja wo so di a kire o mo de akokunkum nkraman no
ya meka ni se nkraman na yekun no yenku om keke ya brekuman echiwade anya me nko a yewo ya fanse na bia obi a ye frɛ no ocho okomfo no ye frɛ no sakuma yi so ocho ono na brekuman ne nyina kuta no ono na saade ne gina na asere so ntimpenifo ne nyina nim ho bi e na omkoye saade no ama announcement dada announcement na akoso se obi anye ne kraman na breku no ye nyan kraman wa ha eno nti na omkokoye.
Who's a lot of them watching about this time?
Oh, the entire train say, and I'm say, Mekan, say, I didn't say, Nembren soon ya, to me ye, Nambrena near say, ma, ye did a mamre to a mamre quanso. So call a santimemo and him found. Obia on Amnichua dewo, Namamre, until I mamre, until Sambre, ye pese and fabricu and fangina ho. Get you idea and in Katia, until Brequas as to cry in Duan Katia, and Yankraman.
Opanyina yekotie ni ye friend Nai Rahman Yodu wono ne kasama nanan matankonwa omo awutu breku ne mpotemu en wadi nchirimu aba no ekua
imano o kire se we so enkraman so asase ne mpani ekunu eye abaya sem we so ya asem Isaac Tuga ena won so wo hwe Efri Spain Mavis Nsafoa enso se eyi we so enkraman so ene emfo mu koguzu nya ho ne mo atie Nanison Charles enso so de biaba ena o se ehimfui pam de hu ya no o mo hwenka Mohammed Muntari o se this is no wombeba nya abotere omundi nana ena o se Ghana for pa nana do won so aden Kus Mahama eno say security for the way kwadwo out edibi ebaye ena Erikus adade asese kwa enso de bi enam Safua Raymond edibi ebaye Dr. Babazamo edibi ebaye Christiana Ama edibi abana ene sister Comfort Esiedua birthday na ye wish happy birthday ewo baby obia Pastor Mario enso edibi aba
Ebranaso William K Anka message awade aba ono de oso ochia na yere mesisa anka ne ma eti enyina wesu na kase bone yemfa mra na wiye obidum bie kwaku adukumemene
Ashabu tentim nana atwa champama safodu mema branch yakwa abawai
branch
what touch it down from Germany nra
ti branch yemu akwa aba
yemu akwa abawai
yentonka
enjoy Ghana
Kofi Asande boy echi don boy adontine na so de ye Kofi with the car said wasi afa na ho no Kofi
corporate world
Kofi Asande asamba
member of the corporate world
you said
and then when you be to
the FNC ayo 05 be grode share one dey to social media yes so dia team na gba no kwadwo fodwo saso na Joshua Tigo Kofi Asanie Aisha so bata baby waba eti dwaso nsem unim say de dai and say ye kono banu eni nti kwasi asempa ekutafa na branch CJ won so kutafa branch mienu wo manim tadwa nim de nyansa nko a dwaso nsem mo de bebro DJ awana won de gina mechi no no vitamin C na hye no bo no wo bo no man ni panso yo men kwa de sapia wo ba be bonyum na gum ya de ma say ma munyina moniti a